makes it easier. Thank you.
Look at his sister. Isn't it? That's Harry's sister. Oh, really? Sorry, just watching Harry Mills' sister doing a TikTok there. We didn't understand that. Are we a live stream? Just can confirm. Right. Sorry. We are racing. Winwood Lewis. Six Silver Fleet have gone off, and I'll stop with watching TikTok, watching my daughter do her thing. That's Hannah Mills, if you're interested in social media. She's a whiz at that. And so the Sixes at Silver Fleet are gone off. Most of the fleets, I don't know, you probably can see on track yourself, but quite evenly split. I'd say there's a majority have gone right up the track. Castle Cover talking to our race management to make sure that we're not conflicting with them, that they want to go and have a finish area near our start line. Or the fours are milling around. The fours and sixes finish their race. So what the plan will be is with Leeward and just go up around the Leeward gate. So a lot less work. I do see someone's capsized up in. Probably just I would suggest an overly aggressive roll tap. Got slightly wrong on technique, because I think would suggest that there will be capsizing due to the conditions we are looking at now. So these fours are just chilling out. That's what we're looking at the moment. As we just watch the six. Okay, in other news, the sevens are off. The sevens are racing. For some reason, there's a load of six gold sailors sailing towards me. Just going to go and have that's sailed quite the way away from their committee boat. So we're just going to look at that for a second. One of them is Ethan Rhodes. So that'll be slightly panicking my cameraman right now, is understanding why he's sailing so far away from his committee boat. And I think the other one's Jake Davies, so that's Warsash and Warsash. And I think the other one, I don't know who the third one is. Yeah, okay, so. And it's Tom Hakes. Ethan. And it's Ben Anderson. What are you guys doing up here? A Fraser? Well, there's going to be racing for a while because they're not racing until they's finished. Yeah. Tom. So they're three British sailing team squad sailors. Yeah, he'll be in there. So that's Ben Anderson, Ethan Rhodes, and Tom Hakes coming to support Fraser Hakes, who's leading the Four Fleet. That's a pretty cool thing to do. Just broken the bad news that they'll be there for some time, so they're going to go and find Fraser. We're just going to follow that. So Ben's mum Lisa is on the committee boat with Heinze on the team. Ethan Rhodes' father is in the front of my boat holding the camera. And then Tom Hakes is, I'm not sure if Tom Hakes' parents are on the water, but Tom Hakes and Fraser Hakes are really probably the dynamic duo of this regatta. If you're talking about two siblings, you're bossing it. I think Tom's in fourth in the sixth gold, and I believe, and Fraser's leading the force as we just motor along the chilling out sailors here. We're sailing with the three British youth sailing team squad members. That's Ben. Yeah, they went. So they've cruised up to go and support Fraser. So Fraser's got his own little support squad here. which is sort of come alongside the into the fours. A bit more interesting for you to watch rather than staying off the course. We will be moving to the leeward gate for the sixes, and but it's probably more entertaining to see your sailor. There's Seb, who we spoke to earlier, Seb from Australia or Queensland, sailing Sam Whaley's, one of his Ovingtons apparently. Did I spy put the nights there? So you see Faith Turner, Toby Turner's sister. I'd like to see if I can see a couple of other sailors I know. I'll just poodle up. Now, we're not technically supposed to talk to these people. I don't think it's not really mind, but we don't, obviously, when we're in sequence, we would not be speaking to anybody. Okay, there's 224128. The water bottle gate. My failed attempt to try to collect his water bottle in the windier conditions, and he gave up on me trying to do that, and we had to just sail up, pick his own water bottle up. So yeah, I'm sure that gave everyone lots of amusement on my lack of driving skills. I blame the boat, not the operator. He's having a good old chuckle. Good old chuckle. One of the Welsh sailors down around the back of the boat. Hello, another Australian. Sailing another Ovington. I do like the friendships. You know, what I've been impressed with this week is, you know, I come from a topper sailing background, and it's been an amazing journey in the topper fleet. Really friendly. Everybody celebrates success, and there's little backstabbing and anything else. And you start to get that feeling in ILCAs. I was worried, you know, I was concerned coming in, just preconceived ideas which have not founded at all. Thinking, oh, this is going to be Olympic class, it's all cutthroat, it's about the British youth sailing team, it's a pathway, and it's going to be, you know, really intense. But actually, you know, 20 or 30 of the cohort, top of the toppers came into ILCAs, and it's been really lovely. And actually, we've integrated with the former WAPI sailors, and it's been found the ILCA class to be first class. And I've been experienced in the 420 class, and you know, it's been out of quite a few nationals now. Speaking to Neil Collingridge earlier about what's his initial reflections on this week, and he's saying this is one of the best. We've had a range of wind conditions, so all the sailors have got to experience light winds and stronger winds, and that makes it much fairer, much more reflective. Last year we struggled. We lost 2 days of sailing in Plas Heli in North Wales. Very high pressure system. One of the days I took Tom Semmons and Ethan Rhodes and Harry Mills, and we climbed Snowdon. I won't lie to you. When I climbed Mount Snowdon, when I was a lot younger, it seemed a lot easier. It was a pretty hot day. But there wasn't much sailing going on that week, much wind.
Yeah, so Tiff, what sort of time are we looking at before we're going to sequence over? So I'm anticipating that we'll go into sequence in another 15 minutes.
And so
okay, that's all received. I'll have some safety assets standing by the fairway 15 minutes.
So the VHF chatter was saying about 15 minutes before going into sequence for the fours. There's a raft of fours down here. There's another six sailor, another Gold Fleet six sailor has joined them. I think that's Zach Chappell. Again, Zach Chappell's a Parkstone sailor. I can know that from his bouffant hairstyle. He's had a growth spurt, another former topper sailor. Pretty good event for him. Rapid in the wind, in the light winds. Go up. They're going to capsize that, as they duly do. Oh, someone's falling out of the boat here. That's a problem when you... oh, no, hang on, what's going on here? So, a lot of messing about. So, you've got 2 people in one boat. That is live streaming. Two sailing fast supply boats, Ovington and another sailing fast brand, as we watch this ILCA 4 rather, just sailing along itself, and it's playing catch up, trying to find this boat as it jibes around downwind, and you guys are going to be a little bit careful because they're going to go in sequence soon, so going to damage the boat, but they're having a bit of fun. And to be honest, he kind of made that. Yeah, we'll give him that. I did think he was gonna. I was ready to laugh.
15, go ahead, over.
5. Execution, let you down. Okay, just to remind everybody that you're going to go in sequence in about 12 minutes, okay?
15.
In about 12 minutes.
You could head out towards the pin end and just watch any boats coming in as it has to straddle the fairway over.
Is that Charlie Mackenzie? Another Salcombe sailor? Just going to refocus some of these 4 sailors. That's the danger as it waits. And I'm going to go to the Lure Gate now because it's all well and good, so a bit of entertainment. But I'm going to whiz down with a little bit of speed. When I say a little bit of speed, not too much. I don't want to go and capsize, but I'll go via this raft of sailors. I can see a lot of rooster bibs, rooster race bibs there. There's Amelie Bantine of the Starcross. As waves, gives me a heartily wave. Hello there. That's Holly. I think she's in Parkstone yet. Amelie does a great job on social media. She's selling NACA 15s. Super nice family. Based down in Exeter, River Ex, Starcross, one of the oldest clubs in the country. Always has a great smile. She's a rooster rider, so supported by Rooster. And we're just going to make our way to the Lure Gate. That's the Silver Fleet coming towards us. I'm just going to go and see if I can also get track up. See if I can find it. There's track. There's the ILCA. Let's make sure I'm not hitting anyone. And we are live with ILCA 7 and ILCA 6 silver. So just tapping on the live ILCA 6 just to see what's going on. So I think there's a couple of Cayman flag boats which aren't using track check. So track showing me, you can probably see it on the big screen if you're in the Vage Village. It suggests that Alexa Atkins is first, Alex Stetton is second, Robin Wright third. Felicity's a bit closer now. So Lucas is in seventh, so Amelia Nuttall's up there. Theo Waiter's there. He's in 11th. Theo is part of the Talent Academy, and in 12th, just behind Theo, is Charlotte Simmons, again Talent Academy. And let's go and see if we can get a bit closer and watch these sailors come around. As the first sailor, which is Alexa, female sailor, going around the right-hand gate. She looks around to her left. Second sailor is Alex. So we've got Alexa in first and Alex in second. Alex opts for the left-hand gate. I can tell you that Alexa is sailing in Ovington and leading the race. Numbers 1 and 2 have split. First has gone around the right gate. Second place, Alex has gone around the left gate. I did hear a whistle. Now, I'm just going to reverse. I think I'm getting closer than I'd like to get. Don't want to go and get in the way of these, so just, that's better. Hopefully this picture's a lot better. I can see Lucas Simmons there. He's lining up for the right gate to him. As his inside boat, Rule 18, says thank you very much, takes a place. And actually 6298 was trying to close the door on him and probably came up a bit too high. I think they might have made contact there. Sorry, I'm just spinning around. I'm just going to make sure my driving's a bit better than that. Apologies. Most of them are going around the right-hand gate. So the right-hand gate, they don't really have to jibe, although this boat will have to jibe, 0513. They're on port, so they're inside boat. They're going to jibe round. It's inside the zone. On the left-hand gate, most of them will have to go and jibe. Actually saying it. I can see Henry Knoll there, making his way down. So just a reminder, so Rule 18, mark room. If you're the inside boat to the 3 boat lengths, think of a draw a circle around the mark. You have control of that. So the outside boat can't come up. They have to go around the outside of you or slow down and try to break the overlap before the zone, as it's called. So the inside boat has all the rights. And there is Henry Knoll in the distinctive red boat, 178383. Jibes around and comes up onto the wind to find his lane. Finding his lane is making sure he goes up high and tight. He's not falling foul of the wind boats in front of him. There's 5687. Nice execution there. Nice jibe. And the boat behind will want to come up really close. That's a really good mark rounding from a 5687. Shut the door. Neatly around there. Going very high. A bit high and slow, but just wanted to go and save that. As I look over my left shoulder now, that RFA, Royal Fleet Auxiliary, which is a merchant Navy support ship. The big horn sound signal you would have heard as they're moving out of the harbour. Just quickly seeing if there's any conflict of this 7th Fleet. No, we'll get back to the 6th Silver Fleet. Now you've got people going upwind and people coming downwind. The ominous jury boat driven by Dave Rowe is just over in my left. So the RFA is having to go and be slightly concerned with the amount of sailors out. It's been accompanied by a tug as they go outside the exit the harbour. As we watch the right-hand gate, I did hear a protest being called. So you would have probably heard in the distance, 6 sound signals from that RFA ship. That 6 sound signals suggest that he says, I don't know what your intentions are. So collision regulations, coal regs, if you hear 6 sound signals, that means the the master of the vessel, the ship doing the sound signal, says, I'm not entirely sure what your intentions are. So in that case, you hear that, that's when you get a bit squeaky bum time, and you have to make some clear and obvious movement. As we watch 2, 1, 6, 4, 3, 3, doing some penalty turns, obviously infringed. And it's always best to just do your turns. If you're in doubt, you think you might be in the wrong, just do your turns, and then you don't have to go into a protest room, because you acknowledge that you've done a mistake, and you've done your turns accordingly. So from what I can see, that is all the Sixth Fleet around the leeward gate as they make their way up for the second time, back up to the windward mark. I've just over a look over my shoulder. We'll see 7's going upwind, and I can see most of the 4s just chilling out. I cannot see. Yes, I can. The pin boat is flying its orange flag. It's quite a long way. It's quite close to a port hand lateral channel marker. It's a very long line. I should have asked the question about how long a line do they like to play for a 90 boat fleet. I could have asked Sean Simmons. He's a race officer, but they'll know the answer to that. I suspect it's about 400 meters long. Maybe not quite so long as that, maybe 300 meters, I don't know. I'm of an age when imperial and metric crosses over. A weird thing it is. Talk about how high you are in centimeters and feet and inches, kilograms and stones and pounds. Slowly migrating across to the metric system. All I know is I've got too many kilograms to be effective in an ILCA. It's my bad. Probably more information I needed to share. Sun's got to me. Okay, I'm expecting the 4s to go in sequence soon. 6s, quickly look up I look up again. Track would be better going showing you. You probably know better than I, but again, I would say it's a 60-40 split. So 60% of the fleet. I don't know. 60% of the fleet to the right, 40% to the left. I'm looking for cloud coverage. Getting wind acceleration around the cloud. The cloud's quite broken, and there's no obvious pressure gains. I'm probably. Some people are working the middle of the course. So I think there might be more pressure there. Just there's a couple of bang far right and quite a few bang far left. So unfortunately, folks, I can tell you this: there's an AP gone up, which may so Alpha Papa. So more of a delay for the 4s. Not very exciting, I'm afraid. And I suspect that's because of wind speed and shifts. This is where I'd really want to have a race compass today. Coaches out there, if you are a race coach, I am a race coach, but if you're a race coach and you're listening, if you're not on the water, one thing I've never seen in the youth sailing, I don't know myself, but I've never seen coaches taking the time to go and explain how to use a compass and when to write your numbers down and what that means and the shifts, etc. So I might put a suggestion into the ILCA class at one of these events, an open or something, maybe a little master class of how to use a race compass from one of the more experienced sailors. And
so interesting. Tim Holtz was suggesting that some of the groups and skills week, that could be a good thing.
Okay, so just hearing from our cameraman, he was saying that Tim Holtz, and during Skills Week, which a lot of these sailors will be doing if they're not out in Denmark, they're talking about doing a masterclass of how to use a race compass, and it's something that most coaches talk about, tactics and race management and how to sail the boat fast. But part of it is understanding how to use the equipment around you, and the race compass is integral, certainly in big fleet racing and shifty conditions. So something for the coaches to consider: how can they incorporate a practical lesson of how to use the compass. Once you've unlocked that, now you can get into phase with the shifts. It can really make a huge difference. You get out of phase with the shift, so you're going left when you should be going right. That's a quick snake, as well, snakes and ladders, snake to fall down and lose quite a few places. And the swing can be dramatic. I've seen this week already, people get on the wrong side of a shift and lose 20, 25 places. And that could be an end of a regatta if you have to go and already carry a UFD or a BFD. You haven't got too many discards. So, race coaches, how can you integrate a race coach session, maybe on a really windy day, on a really rainy day, a stormy day, to go and get in the classroom and talk about how to use a race compass? Predominantly is across used in ILCAs, as AP's gone down. There's about 4 brands out there. I think the most popular ones at the moment could be popular 3. Other brands are available. They have Tactic, Velocitech, and Sailtech. Sailtech's quite new to the market. All have the merits. There's obviously the more analog type of compass rather than digital. To make sure you're not full foul of any rules. All very credible manufacturers. If you wonder sometimes how they attach these race compasses, a lot of them they use is a dual lock. It's a DUAL lock, 3M. I would recommend. It's kind of like a commercial grade. Class flag up. Forgot my words now. What I'm talking about? Velcro. Thank you. So think of Velcro. Dual lock is a commercial grade Velcro. Sticks to the deck, and you stick your compass on there. The control lines, if you're led after the mast, go through it. So if it does come off, it's not going to go anywhere. Some people opt to go to the front. These 3 boats near me, this sailor here is running a Tactic on a carbon compass. So you can just see that. There's a Ray Marine. And he just discusses with his friends. I can see a Sailtech in front of me on the 9112. Personally, my sailor uses a Velocitech Prism. Again, you know, speak to people like Rooster and Duncan. It's 4 minutes to go. Can you? Let's see if I can see a flag. There's a lot of boats at the committee. I just want to see what flag they're flying at the moment. Yes, it's uniform flag. So we're just going to poodle out to the pin, which is an awful long way away. Let's play I Spy with the compasses. See how many of these 4 sailors are carrying a compass. Now, don't be pressured by your sailor to go and rush out and buy a compass. I'd suggest they will need a compass if they want to carry on, and I hope they do carry on, but they need to learn how to use a compass. Otherwise, it's just a bit of ornaments. I think I can see a Velocitech on this sailor on 4758. So we've seen a Ray Marine compass, Tactic. We've seen a Sailtech compass. And in front of me, I can see a Velocitech compass. And there's an analog compass. If you look to the left on 4654, that's a more, what people think of a compass would look like. That's a very similar compass to what we used to use in toppers. So that's 3 types of compass we've seen. There's Ruby Costa there. It says Ruby Costa. There's 2 Velocitechs. So you see a Velocitech compass there, big screen. And Ruby Costa is also running a Velocitech compass. So we've seen pretty much the 4 most popular types. We're going to get out of their way because they are in sequence. But we just thought we'll do that whilst we there's a Sailtech compass on the Australian. I think that's Seb we spoke to earlier. He's running Sailtech. And then that's Seb in front of the other. There's Seb in front of us. This is Seb we spoke to earlier from Australia. His compass He mounts it in front of the mast. I worry about things being washed overboard. His Ovenson supplied. So you can see there, let's have a quick look what he's got. He's got a Tactic, a Ray Marine Tactic. So we've seen pretty much the 4 types of compass: Ray Marine Tactic, Velocitech, and Sailtech, and the more analog. The reason, I mean, I guess the advantages of the analog is it's better value for money, so it wouldn't cost you quite so much money as a digital compass. You could the drawback potentially is the fact that it may not be as reactive as a digital compass. They all have their pluses and minuses. Horses for courses. Here's a fact, so just reversing. So Steve Cockrell, I observed, bear in mind Steve has access to most things. Steve Cockrell of Rooster, founder of Rooster, brother to Dave Cockrell, who wrote the Topper book. Steve Cockrell is, he uses an analog compass. He swears by his analog compass. So you'd expect him all the latest and greatest stuff, but no, he has a analog. So let's get back to racing. We've got 20 seconds to go. This is the first race for the. Here we've got 14 seconds. First race for the 4s. Most are towards. That's Toby Turner, I think, at the pin. Toby Turner winning the pin. Well, they're certainly off as the race has started. I'm looking at the body language. It might suggest that there might be some sort of restart. Everyone seems to have chilled out. So Toby, I'd like to find out from himself what happened yesterday. Because had a bullet, a race win, and then 2 retirements. I'm just quickly looking at the back of the committee boat and just questioning whether they are off. Well, maybe they are off. Toby's having a good conversation if they are off racing. I can't see any flags yet. It seems all very pedestrian. Well, it suggests they are racing. Because I wouldn't expect a sailor to be having a conversation just after the start. It's that's quite strange. There was no protest or anything, or that's what threw me. Toby Turner was fully engaged, having a general chit chat, looking backwards after winning the pin. He's either a very cool customer or that's a. There you go. Anyway, they are off. So the 4s are racing. So they're going to be going upwind. And we're going to be motoring behind Dave Rowe's jury boat, because I don't want to go and get in the way. So today, actually, the jury's maybe more active, because this is the sort of weather where you have that roll 42, which is the body movement. You'll have one pump on a wave, but you're excessively using your kinetic movements within the boat. You see a little yellow flag come up and pointing and saying, "Yes, you, sailor, please can you do your turns?" So this is a classic weather for roll 42s, just to give them an advantage. So we're one sailor who's a little bit off the back of the fleet. This is the largest start line, 90 boats. They are all moving upwind. So it's sailable. In front of them, you can see the 6 Silver Fleet. 6 Silver Fleet coming down to their finish. As we motor across to the finish line, the finish line will be today, because it's a windward leeward, it will be straight over the what was the committee boat and the finish boat, which are similar size boats, as opposed to having a finish laid blue mark. You know, look, you put the
Retiree 6433. He's okay and he's feeling himself. He's heading that way now.
let's see, and there's a retirement. I'm not sure what that's about.
6433. 6433.
Yep. We're just making our way straight to the finish line rather than going to the Lure Gate because there might be an angle. Yeah. Okay, we'll have a look. We'll go to the. So they'll be going to this left-hand gate mark, or the right as we look at it, the 6s. And I'll just have a look at my track, see if that's up and running. Oh, no, press the wrong button. So we've got 4 races live at the moment. So I can tell you all 4 classes are racing at the moment. The 6 silver and the 7s will be either finishing or have finished. And well, it looks to be there's a swap around. So if you remember rightly, Alexa took the right-hand gate and Alex took the left gate. And Alex who was in second, is now in first, and Alexa looks to be in second place. Now they've got to navigate these starboard hand tacking 4s as well. So Alex looks like he's got probably a 10 boat length lead over Alexa. Austin Edwards is in third, according to Track. Theo, I mentioned Theo and Charlotte are still not separated, 8th and 9th. I think he might have a couple of position gains. Laurie Lamb, that's good to see. He's in 14th. Laurie had a back injury in one of the windier days a couple of days ago. Laurie is Claire, who's one of the event organisers, Claire and Ellie. Good to see him out and about. I had a quick chat with him. Laurie's Ed Whittaker, so that's son of the Commodore of Draco. And you see Alex and Alexa, who've really got quite the lead and broke the elastic of everyone else. So in third place, I think is Amelia Nuttall. I think 2233. I'm just checking it. Sometimes track can mislead you, but from what I can see, I do see the red rhombus, red diamond of a female sailor. And my eyesight suggests it is a 233 or 2233. So it does look to be right. She has got a bit of competition on side of her, but so it'll be interesting to see. She will have to jibe, but I think when she jibes, she'll accelerate, and she should get in front of this boat who's attacking inside the gate. So hopefully this feed is a lot better than previously. So here comes Amelia. Suggests this Austin Edwards is the boat behind. So yes, she goes into a jibe. There's the jibe there. This is for third place. In the end, Austin's a little bit further back, so it wasn't really threatening. So it should be quite a nice, easy, broad reach into the finish line. It's Windward Lure. There goes Austin in 4th place. So there's been a little bit of change. So your track needs to be updated to 530. It will be the next boat round. There's the rule 18. Felicity's probably, I'd say Felicity's in 3, 6, 7, 8th position. I think she's showing the track as from 5th at the moment. Oh, there's Theo. Had a chat with Theo in the boat park earlier today. He's in the boat number 800. Then there's a Swiss sailor, and then there is a Charlotte Simmons. So Charlotte will be really pleased that connected the top end of this fleet and connected with Theo. They obviously race and train together. in the RWA Performance Talent Academy, which was new last year. So the Talent Academy is building the talent for the next potential British youth sailing team, and they aspire to go into the youth sailing team. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed that once you're in there you're promoted, but that's the idea. So we can keep that talent belt going there. It's there's Lucas Simmons. Lucas is a very active social media. I'll see if he's got his camera on his camera mount there, but I don't see his camera. Love Lucas. Always happy. Loves his sailing. Won't distract him by giving him a wave. But it's quite a nice day now. Not a lot of wind out here. Must be marginal at best. This probably is the 5 knots, but not a lot more. Oh, beautiful sight. I'm hoping you pick this up really well on the camera on the big screen. But it's a real sight to behold this as we watch probably 30, 40 ILCA 6 silver fleets make their way down. What you see is when you see the boats being leaned to leeward and you see the boom skying in the air, what they're trying to do is move the center of effort of the boat, which is outboard, trying to move it inboard so they don't have to put in input into the rudder. So they put input into the rudder, they often go slower. So they're just trying to go and lift the boom up by leaning it to leeward, and then really that moves that center of effort inboard, hopefully make them go faster. I see Henry Noel doing a couple of strong drives there, trying to go and eke out some sailors. There's about 7, 8 boats here, and really fighting. Holly Cole's in there, I can see. Henry Noel's at the back of this, but it's a good opportunity for someone to go and sneak 2 or 3 places with the 200 meters to go. There are 14, 15 boats left around. The race officers would be pretty happy they've got at least 1 race in. It's marginal. Oh, someone's stopping on this boat, stopping on this, making sure they don't hit the mark. They slightly got that wrong, so had to go and put the brakes on. A Welsh sailor there, 5704. Just about got away with it. I did think for a second they might be connecting them. That would be a costly mistake to go and hit a mark, the last mark of the course. Inside overlap there, careful. No room there, no room there. Whoa, just trying to squeeze it into a spot which she was already overlapped. And again, rule 18, man with the brimmed hats, control, Welsh sailor there. Has to go all the way around the long way. Just see if I recognise anybody else. Someone coming down on the beyond 90 degrees there, boom. Very deep, there's the jibe, as expected. You see the just trying to catch some faces. I think I saw Tom Norton through there. Nicely done. Get the inside boat. As we watch the back end and finishing of the ILCA 6 Silver Fleet race 1 of the day. Okay. There's been a request to go to the windward mark for the fours, so we'll do that. Hold on, people. Got a hand to the boat. just making our way to the top of the course. Just going to have a look at this women mark. Trying to go not too fast. Don't want to make any waves. Going right round the outside, leaving at least 200 meters away from any ILCA 4 sailors. This is not the day to be getting washed them. So we're trying to be really respectful of that. And a long way around. Nobody's got to the top mark yet, but we can see the top mark. In the background is the big, I think it's a German cruise liner in Portland Harbour. Mein Schiff or something, or can't read the name. I'll tell you what, this is such a lovely sight. We've got 4 ribs, including the media rib, at the women mark. We slow down. The only problem is when we're moving at speed, we can't hear the VHF. Safety 11, a Mark layer boat there, another safety boat, and the media boat, and ourselves, safety 17. The media boat makes its way to the women mark. So we're just stopping the boat, making sure we don't have waves. These waves don't affect. Okay, here they come. The top end of the course. You can see Ruby Costa quite close up front.
Yeah, if we ever rate a slate for the 6 silver fleet, if we try and make sure they're not going to aim away for the 4th coming down.
I think I just heard AP over A for the silver fleet. Would suggest to me they're only going to run one race. So that is AP over A for the silver fleet. So that is regatta over for the ILCA 6 silvers. Ah, okay, so
16, safety 16, CSL over.
That's really good. I see Amelie Banton's right up the front of the fleet, so she'll be really happy with that. She was a bit, so she's going to be delighted to be this high up there. It's, she's in front of Toby Turner by about 3 boats. I can see Toby's sister, another 3 boats behind, Faith Turner. Oh, it's just squeezing up there. Squeezing. Are they going to make it round? Going to check the boom. Nicely done. Jibes round. There's Felix Hull. Just pushing Faith Turner out of it. Faith probably could have been a bit more aware of Felix and what his plans were. I think just seeing if I can spot anybody else. Have you seen Roji? Just going to go in reverse. So don't want to be drifting down onto this. But it's got hopefully lovely shots of the top end of the course. Just making sure as we reverse out, there's a Chinese sailor. Oh, careful! There's outside of the away from the photographer. There's Finn Rhodes. There's the Australian Seb screaming no room, 3 boat lengths. No room coming across on port. That sailor is 9655. You're laying a mark and a port hand lays doesn't give you many rights. but sometimes it's just the way it goes, and you've got to deal with it and try and find a hole in the oncoming starboard hand ley line boats. So there's a lot of doing penalty turns there. This is not quite right. It's the first time I think, yeah, well done, 1319 for getting around that mark and luffing up. Didn't think you were going to make that without hitting it. So, if they've abandoned the racing for the Silver Fleet and the ILCA 6s, it would suggest to me that they're going to abandon the racing for the ILCA, well, after this race, not run a second race. I don't know that. I've not got any inside information, but it's fair to assume that if they're not going to give the 6 Silver Fleet any more racing, they may not give the, just looking at the Australian sailors, seems to be focused on something else. Sorry?
After that, right? You get a little gate.
Yeah. So we're just going to go. Just going to make. I probably it would be easy the other way, I think. We're going to go the outside of the course and start going downwind to pick them up on the leeward gate. We'll stay with the 4s. There are 90 boats in there. I don't feel we may have done them a disservice by not giving as much as we'd like coverage. So I'm going to go quite wide. I don't want anyone surfing off my wake. So are you holding on? Got a handhold for the boat?
Yeah. A moment.
Give our cameraman a moment to go and grab. Tell me when you're comfortable. Okay. So just accelerating out off the course, well right of the downwind track. That's a great sight. I'm just slowing down at the moment because I see ILCA 6s coming towards me. I'm assuming they're Silver Fleet ILCA 6s, but I don't want to go in for whatever reason. No, I think the ILCA 6 Silver Fleet returning home. I can see the red boat of Halfinel, so I'm confident I can keep my speed through here without causing anyone any mischief. Just want to make sure, yes, I can see red mast streaks. Okay. I'm really trying not to disturb anyone. But these are all sailing home. ILCA 6 Silver Fleet are sailing home. And giving a wave. Or a nod. As they finish their regatta, it should be first home. Nice early pack up. Good shower. You see the ILCA 6 retrieve their food bags. So if you're not a sailor using a food bag on the food boat, please don't expect the crew and driver of the food boat to carry 40 food bags back to the dinghy park. It is the sailors or the shore crew support responsibility. It's not quite fair to expect them to go and repatriate the sailor's food bag. So please remind your sailor. Oh, hello. So, okay. So we have the Marclair boat with a board. I suspect they might be shortening the course. So that'll be a 1 windward leeward. They're looking like they're about to go and get sound signals. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if they finish them on this lap. So that would be a 1 lap race, the ILCA Floors. Hang on, let me just see where the finish boat's gone. So that's just someone. No. Okay, below that, what I can see is the finish boat steaming to the windward mark, which makes sense. They're going to finish them on the next windward mark. So do 1.5 laps. The reason they might do that is so when they finish at the windward mark, they'll be close to the marina, so saves them a beat back home. So they've done this earlier this week. So they'll go around the Lure Gate, race back upwind, and they'll finish upwind. Now the problem is, I was talking to a Finnish boat when they last did this. It's not easy. It causes all merry hell because they can't see the sail numbers because they're all going upwind. When you're going downwind, you can see when they're in front of you what number they are, or if they're behind you, you can see it. But if they're coming from both angles, because they're either coming from port or starboard, it's really difficult. And I was speaking to one of the Finnish boat volunteers last night, and he said it was a real challenge. So just to let you know some insight, what they normally do is they have 2 sets of recorders, and they use dictaphones. So those of us of a certain age, born in the 70s, will know what a dictaphone is. Those of us who are a lot younger might use a voice memo on their iPhone. It's just a voice recorder. So they call out the last 4 digits, and they're videoing as well, which works. And they have reference points so they can see what one finishing team compared to the second finish team, to what the finish line manager is also recording on the dictaphones, and then correlate the lot. All well and good as long as people don't change sail numbers. They also can use track just to go and think, oh, is this roughly right? This is where I expect. But when they're finishing upwind, it is an utter nightmare. So I know there's a certain finisher behind you. Just moving out of their way, because they are indicating to the sailors. There's the signals. Some whistles. Should be multiple sound signals, and hopefully, multiple sound signals. Just there's a real on the left-hand gate. There's a inside overlap moment. There's a lot of talking. Oh, someone's just got pinged. That's the jury giving a whistle. So I think the jury's just flagged somebody. Sailors are anxiously looking back. Is that me? You flagged? We're calling no room, but it's not within the zone yet. So it's all a bit of brinkmanship. Number 3 boat lengths. No room being shouted at the left-hand gate. I hope these sailors are paying attention. Yeah, there's not many classes you can go and sail against 90 other boats. There's our Finn Roads. So that's Finn Roads on 0151 protesting China 3813, saying he didn't have an overlap. That's interesting. So Finn Roads is suggesting he's going to protest 3813. It means there's a late pack up for the Rhodes family if he goes through with that. I think they would want to be avoiding the protest room at all costs, but Finn maybe have different ideas. I'm very conscious that our cameraman is the father of that sailing. It's it's really difficult watching this. When you're watching your sailor out there having a tough time, it's brutal, because all you want them to do is have fun and success. And when you see them frustrated, and I think it's fair to say that the sailor's quite frustrated looking at his body language at the moment. He's still a lot of talking. He can't really be shouting tack, tack, tack to other people. They don't have to tack. You know, the only time you have to say, you don't really have to say anything at all. You should know the rules. In the heat of the battle, people shout mark room, they might shout starboard, they might shout water. Actually, you don't need to do any of that. The only time you need to do is shout protest if you're going to go and do a vocal call. Nice little upbeat from the Hong Kong boat there, 6783. Just managed to go and just go in front of two boats by just coming off high off that mark, block to block with speed. And now he's bows up, overlapped, and did a really nice job on 4128. He seems to be footing off. I'm guessing he's tacking now, so he's lost a lot of height there. He's probably lost about 4 or 5 lengths. And if you saw that on camera, you'd probably think, right, okay, well, how do I improve this? And when they get frustrated, it's about turning that frustration into a positive experience of, well, what went wrong and why did it go wrong, and what have I learned from this? And if they choose each one of these situations and think, right, what is my learning? What can I take into the next race to make myself have a better race? It's easier said than done. I'm a racer myself and I get frustrated. I'm now probably not as competitive as I'd like to be, but my competitions with myself is to go and, did I do a good race? Did I try my hardest? Did I work as hardest? Did I do everything in my power to go make this boat go fast in the right part of the course? And if I say yes to all of those and we come dead last, I'm still pretty okay with that. I might be frustrated. I'm doing big boat racing as well. I'll be frustrated with other crew members who've not such a good race, but it's about controlling the controllables and trying to keep resilient. And see a capsize up there. I guess that's a overexcited roll tack, which has not gone quite to plan. So we're just going to make our way back up to the finish line, which is now upwind, remember. And we're going to be doing that by going as fast as possible without causing wake and trouble. So we're going to go nice and wide around the fleet. So I'm actually pointing away from the course at the moment. Building speed. Is that boat already finished then, by the looks of it?
Yeah.
Australian.
Is that supposed to?
Well, yeah, the Stella up and down, man. Well, people. Am I back on mic?
You are.
Oh, I see Emily Ballantyne. And I see her. I don't know if it's right, but I see her in third place. Oh, she'd be. I just sat here earlier this morning talking with her, saying, "Oh, it's been a tough week," and there we go. What a way to finish the race, regatta. I'm just going to have a quick chat with her. I'm looking for 2 blue flags, so it's the blue flags flying, which is confusing me. Let's have a quick chat. Sorry, what's I've got her. Hey! Did you just cross in third place? Wow, what a way! Congratulations, that's amazing. I'm really pleased for you. You just got to do that every race now. Amazing job, congratulations. Really delighted for you. There's a mum and dad watching there. That's great to see the other end. That's exactly what we're talking about, the winning moments, to be happy. Bank that in your head. So there's Faith Turner. She's had a very good race as well. Well, that's really pleasing. So you might have a tough regatta, Amelie has, but she's finishing regatta. And there's Felix Hall. Oh, someone's hit the finish mark by the looks of it. There's Felix Hall going across. So he. Oh. We see these 4s just out over the finish line, and shortened course flag. It's being flown and making their way home into the marina. Some will be happier than others. But the story for me there is having spoken to Amelie Ballantyne this morning, talk about, there's many more challenging days in the race office, on the course, and there are happy days. And when you have a happy moment, hey, thank you very much. Take care. When you have a happy moment, you bank that and say thank you very much. That's what I do this sport for. And I think she'll be absolutely delighted for third place. Just really re-emphasising that, yes, I actually have got race pace. I am a good sailor, and this regatta may have not just reminded me, make sure that I'm not in the way there. I thought. Just making sure after saying how difficult it is to go and record race finishes, making sure that I'm not in their way. So they've learned from their challenges yesterday, and they've actually put the committee vessel and the finish vessel on this finish to have more and more eyes to record the sail numbers. As I said, it's actually looks a little bit easier than it was yesterday, and they've got many more bodies. I can hear a lot of chatter. There is 151 of Finley Roads crossing the line. So you had a bit of a lure gate moment, so I don't think he'll be overly happy. So that's the two extremes of it. Amelie Ballantyne, you've got race winner, not having the best race of his regatta, but he has won a race and he came third in the first race yesterday. It's that roller coaster of emotions. So Amelie said probably a more challenging regatta, which by her own words, not mine. And then she comes and bangs a top 3 podium finish in the last race of the regatta. It's such a competitive fleet. So when you're a sailor sitting there thinking, oh, maybe I could have done better. Well, hey, there's no bad sailors out here. There's very, very few inexperienced sailors. Most of these sailors are experienced in other classes, and this is a part of their transition into more adult sailing. So they're not all newbies. Just making sure I reverse out of this and keep out of the way of the finished recorders. Unfortunately for us, Shore Crew parents, guardians, all your supporters who are investing money, time, effort and energy, love and care, comfort, you get the delights, if it doesn't go so well, to go and navigate the complexities of, in this case, normally teenagers, and that isn't easy. I know I've been there. But you do it because you want to see the great memories in the smiley faces of when they do well. And they're bouncing across the dinghy park, and you think, yeah, do you know what? That more than makes up for the heartache of that. But anyway, enough of my psychology babble. I think we'll now leave these fours. And unfortunately, I'm not sure we're going to see any sixes or Gold Fleet or sevens because everyone's going in. So we're just going to go motor back home. So we're going to motor at speed. And you can enjoy the journey home as we make our way across the harbour, back into the marina to watch everyone come back. So Shore Crew, you're just about to have 250 boats land. So those people, thank you for dealing with the trolleys. It's going to be a very, very congested slipway in short order. As I wave and lots of smiling people. Some kite foilers whipping across. We got a smiling set here. For Felix Helm. Faith Turner. As I'm watching a wasp with not enough wind to go forward. This wasp is trying to pump the boat, but 5 knots of breeze is pretty tricky. The wasps and we got the next event here. I could see story of the day from the 4th Fleet, Annie Bantine, Brewster Ryder. So let's see how big our smile is. If we will go past her, we'll give a big wave. Watch it out for the 7. It's tacking up. As these 7s cross tag, there's Nathan Clark of 6 Gold Fleet. I think he's been a solid sailor all week. Lovely chap.
I didn't get a race today.
I'll ask him. Let's find out. I don't know. I haven't looked at the. Nathan, did you race today? No races for them. No races for Gold. 6 and 7s race. Okay, so there's a big tow line. All these boats are connected. So we've got to be mindful. Let's CSL. Let's see how many boats we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll give them plenty of room. So there's Ethan Rhodes. So they didn't get to sail, unfortunately, folks. That's the news from Nathan Clark. There's Peter Aiken. He's been doing the bin boat. Let's see who this is. I guess Isla Todd up there. There's Ben Anderson in front. Hey, Ben. No sailing today, Ben? Okay. It's a Dufour yacht brand. And we're going to go, let's watch all these come in. Ben Anderson's had a very solid week this week. Interesting, he is a Velocitech. We're talking about compasses. He mounts his to these front fair lead, or close to it. We're just talking about compasses today.
Oh, yeah.
Yours is the furthest forward I've seen.
Yeah, I like it. You see it a bit forward, but it gets forward sometimes.
Does it? Okay.
I found one of the Velocitechs in the Europeans. I found it floating in the water.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I handed it back in. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, you're Mike. Let's
Oh.
get your compass positioning.
Oh, hello. We just going to give Ben. Yeah, we'll give it to them.
I'm taking it.
Ben, we've been talking about compasses. Yours is quite far forward. Why did you choose to go and mount your compass, Velocitech, further forward?
Well, I find it just easier to look at sometimes. I used to get caught all here, like all the ropes used to get on it. We got someone
Oh,
here.
got a towing boat there. We're going to leave that because otherwise you never get the back. So Ben Anderson had a great week. You're from the Isle of Wight?
Isle of Wight, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well done this week.
Thank you.
Just move out of the way. We're just moving into the harbour. We have to go and abandon that. So Ben Anderson, British Youth Sailing team. Had a super consistent week. Very good in the winds. Great racer. Great talent for the future. Great talent right now. He also, I believe, does a lot of big boat sailing as well on the Solent. I think he might have been a Cape 31. If I remember right. Yeah. So that's a great experience. So having as much sailing experience of teams will set you up for greater success. So that's Ben Anderson there. Sorry, I had to cut this short. And there is my son. I wonder if he'll have a smile or give me a wave or do anything. As we watch, this is a 6 Gold Fleet coming in. Harry, give us a wave. No racing for you, Harry. No racing. Swiss 7 Sailor. It's Catherine Gunn. Have a good chat with Toby Waggett. It's 213140 Cats and 229111. Toby, Ovington Sailor. Just making sure that we are out of the way of everybody and we can make sure that we can see people coming in. There's more boats being towed in at the moment. Yeah, AP over 8, all done, I think. All good, thank you. Sorry? 250? Look at that. Should be busy. Just having a quick chat with one of the support staff. There's Faith Turner comes along. I see Emily Shearer. It's Harry Dents. Faith doesn't want to get any tan lines. Well done. So let's do a recap there. So there's no sailing today for the ILCA 7 fleet. So that's just to me that Sam Whaley is first and followed by Ali B. No sailing for the Gold Fleet. Which means I believe Molly Saka will have taken that win. Followed by Sebastian, I think, then followed by Harris, if I remember rightly. Ava Harris Scott comes into view. The Gold Fleet of the 6s. The 6 Silver Fleet did have one full race. So they managed to go and get one full race in there. And then the ILCA 4 fleet, they managed to get 1 3/4 of a full race in, finishing at the whim of Mark. I'm just going to go back. There's Mark Dance. How many's Mark got? How many boats you got towing? 1, 2, 3. So there's Mark Dent towing in safety 7, 3 boats. Consider that a failure. Anything less than 6 boats, Mark? I am joking, of course. Very appreciative. I'm sure they are of being towed. He is the father of Sam Dents in the 6 golds, and sorry, Harry Dents in the 6 gold, and Sam Dents in the ILCA 4 fleet. Both very good sailors. Well, as I said to you earlier, there's no bad sailors here. All on the journey. I think this is the first time we've seen everybody come in at the same time. I'm just going to go and make our way through into the other side. There's Victory. Hello, Victory. How was your race? Where do you think you came?
I think I was 11.
Nice. See, Amelie Banshine got a 3rd. Amelie, ex Starcross.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's a good finish for her. Well done. We're just going to go, just give you what's the view from the water looks like the boat ramp. So what you'll see is, if you're around the trolley volunteers, there's a new system we use this year, and I was somewhat confused by it, but actually seeing it in action, it's really good. So we have the 7s. As I look at the boat ramp, the 7s were on the far left. Then it was the 4s, and it was the 6s, and they've given the numbers. Oh, what are you doing? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Just deciding whether he's going to bear away around the back of me or harden up and go around the front of me. He didn't either. We both got confused. Sorry, I was saying, so the last number on the sail, say if you're a 5, you just go to the button 5, and there's all the stacks of them. I'm in a 6 boat, and as I've got 5 at the end of the sail, I'll go into the 5 column, and there's probably 1 of 10 boats. Makes it very easy to go and identify whose trolley's who and get them off the slipway. Peter Aiken, who volunteers at WPNS, says put more hoses in, but there's never enough, especially when 250 boats are landing at the same time. Everybody will want to wash off, but that causes a bit of drama. So it's nice if they de-rig the boat, then come back and wash off, so people can get away. But you can see what it looks like from the water. Got to be careful that a lot of these sailors have fixed rudders. It's designed as a lifting rudder, but the racers all fix the rudders. It's deep enough here to fix it, and you get off and lift your rudder off the pintles, put it under the traveller. You work together, single-handed boats. I can see Chloe Great in there, so people holding each other's boats, making sure the GRP doesn't clash. I can see listen to people trying to find their, it's like kind of looking at a start line. People trying to find their position on the slip. It's a reverse Le Mans style. They get off the boat and then run to the trolley, and then or some kind soul might bring the trolley to you. Another Velocitech compass. Talked a lot about compasses today. We're about 70, 80 meters off the slipway. Just keep an eye on things. That's a fancy bracket that person's got. It's got a sail tech in front of the mast. I wonder, are we on a hosepipe ban anywhere? Not here. Not sure if I'm. Is there some hosepipe bans around the country?
Yeah, Southern Water.
Southern Water. Is that your area? I know when we had a hosepipe ban in Cornwall, I was Commodore of the club, and we were lifting all the yachts out, and there was a capsize. And then the yacht sailors wanted to go and wash off their yachts, and caused a bit of a problem. And we used buckets and sponges. It's little things like that when you're running organisations such as WPNSA or local sailing clubs. When you sign up and volunteer, you don't think you'll be dealing with car park management and pontoon management and water hosepipe bans, and it takes an enormous amount of time and thought to get rid of COVID. With COVID there, having bubbles, and how do you keep sailing? COVID was a challenge for volunteers. A lot of people said, actually, I quite like having my time off. I don't want to volunteer anymore. A real challenge for clubs. And then there's a whole kind of raft of 2 or 3 years of sailors who miss their pathway, and they might fall out of the pathway. Hopefully the sailor sees me. It does. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Just going to turn our engine off. That way, we're in neutral anyway. Should get blown away from the slipway, but that way we don't have any untoward. Oh, it's hi, Ruby. Hello. Did a good sail? Oh, Ruby might be coming along to say hello to us. Do you want to go and have a little chat? It's Ruby Costa, right? They're all up here. So, where are you from, Ruby?
I'm from Lymington.
Lymington, so not too far to go.
No,
And
not
how's
too
your
far.
day been today?
I mean, it was pretty good. I had a nice start on the pin. Yeah, good beat. Was rounded the windward in like top 10. Pretty happy with that. And then when we got to the leeward gate, had a massive right shift that did not help if you went on the left, which unfortunately I did. But
Oh,
it's
getting on the
alright.
wrong side.
yeah,
And
yeah, it was pin bias at the start. It was like 10 degrees bias.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. So there's a helicopter going over past. So how's your week been?
Not as good as I'd hoped, but I mean, it's just learning and it's just practice for the world. So.
Whenever I look at the results, you're towards the top end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
And what were you doing beforehand? What boat were you sailing before ILCA?
I sailed an Oppie.
You're an Oppie sailor, are you?
Yep.
No judgments here. Well, we are drifting towards the pontoon, so I better let you go. But well done. Thank you so much for coming to say hello.
Thank you.
Hope you get your trolley quickly.
Yep.
Get some food. See you at the next event. Ruby Costa from Lymington. Nice of you to say hello, but as I've got no, so I've got no engine on. I'm just conscious that she probably wants to get ashore and not talk to me. So we might go towards the fuel, I think.
Yeah, we could wrap it up, I think. Helicopter coming in.
Helicopter coming in. I think that's probably us to transmission to the end now. I think you guys have watched this helicopter land at former RNAS Portland, which is a Royal Naval Air Station. No longer a Royal Naval Air Station. Coast Guard going there, but you can see constant air traffic here. A lot of the military still use it to practice and for exercise. Well, I can see a couple of more than one cruise liner. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed your viewing experience over the last few days. It's listen to my voice babbling on for hours and hours. I'll be glad to go and shut up and have a drink, and we will see you at the next event. So Skills Week is up next. Thank you to all our sponsors for the ILCA Nationals. So Ovington, Fernhouse Books, Rooster, Duncan at Sailing Fast, Noble Marine, Track, and yeah, I think that I've got them all. Hopefully I've got them all. If I haven't, I do apologise. But thank you, those for going to Denmark for the ILCA 4 Youth Worlds and the ILCA 6 Youth Worlds. Best of luck. Those of you about to find out whether you qualify for a youth squad, best of luck. And otherwise, if you're coming to Skills Week, that's going to be a fab week, and we'll hopefully see you there. Thank you very much. See you again.